my name is Rajesh. I'm a direct lender based in Los Angeles, and today we'll be looking at how to determine after repair values on a new construction or a rehab project, but specifically new construction. So most people will go to Zillow or Redfin or something like that and do a search for properties for sale, and then they'll filter it down to the houses that most match their desired build. So if you're looking at a 4,000 square foot home, you're going to look at this and say, "Oh my God, it's selling for $1 million. If I can build it for 700,000 with the cost of land included, I'm going to get about $300,000, $400,000." And the facts are very different when it comes to how appraisers and lenders actually look at after repair values. First, we're not looking at what's for sale. We are looking at what has been sold. There's a difference what people list it for and what people will actually buy it for. Next, we are going to put in the parameters of what you were looking for. So I believe that was a 5 bedroom, and then it was a 4,000 square foot home. So now we're going to be looking at that. So what we can see is that a 4,000 square foot home is actually selling for between 2.75 to 3.47, maybe even higher depending on the area. So let's narrow down the zip code. So let's say 9034 is the area code. And now you get much different valuations. So let's go back to Los Angeles. And we go back to for sale. So here is a 2.197. Here is the one, this is Van Nuys. This is the house I was looking for. So let's say you're doing a new construction in Van Nuys in that zip code. So here is what I would put, 91406. And now all my searches are limited to that area. And so far there's only one home in that area that is selling, that is currently listed for that price. Everything else outside of that is selling for way more. So let's see how else we can limit this. We are going to go back to sold, and nothing has sold, so there are no comps. So we're going to keep expanding our area until we can find stuff with comps or comparables. So you can see at 4,000 square feet, this would be the nearest valuation. So if you were to select, a home in this area, you'd have to go pretty far outside of Van Nuys just to find a comparable here. And again, the goal is to find the most comparable home, the most similar home. And there is Reseda just outside. So this is a 5.5 home. Let's see. So that means if you wanted to sell a home for 1.3 million, you would have to build it so that it looks pretty similar. This is built in 2003. So if we go back here and limit it again to just new constructions, and when you look for sold, it does not show that. When you look for sale, now you can see new construction options. But when you look at sold, properties that have actually sold in the area or close to it, there are few and far between that are pretty comparable. So this is going to be an issue for lenders because we look at properties that are within a 1 mile radius that have sold within the last 30 days using a conventional or normal consumer loan. So we're not looking at people who have bought homes in cash. We're not looking at people who have bought properties with investment loans. These are end user loans, so we are looking at the types of loans as well. And none of this data tells us what type of loan this was bought with or what type of financing it was bought with. But for normal consumers, normal developers looking to get into it or having a few projects under their belt and looking to do more and trying to get some more predictability, this is the way it's done. This is the free way of doing it, the low, no cost way of doing this. And you can see that the price has been lowered significantly. So it was listed first at 1.43, almost 1.5 down here, December 2025, and then it sold for about $200,000 less, and at $307 per square foot. So that means if you're building your home, it has to be less than $307 square foot in order for you to make a profit. So that's just a quick video on how to calculate the after repair value on a home that you are looking, or a piece of land you're looking to buy and build a home on and flip it in order to make a profit, in order to sell it in order to make a profit. The math is a little bit different on homes that you're actually going to live in.